Today we have Kelly Roche from the Anthony Scarzone team in Rochester, New York. Kelly has been recognized by Property Shark as the #4 social media realtor in Rochester. On this episode, she takes us through how she utilizes social media to not only get her clients' homes as much exposure as possible, but also to educate current and potential clients. Let's get started. All right, cool. Kelly, hey, thanks for hopping on the podcast.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Why don't you let's just jump right into it and go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sure. So I'm Kelly Roche. I've been in real estate for 6 years now. I got into it right after college. So I went to SUNY Geneseo, and my senior year, I had no idea what I wanted to do. So there was an alumni coming to speak to us about doing something in the Hamptons with real estate for a summer. So I'm like, oh, right out of college. Yeah, let's go to the Hamptons.
Hell yeah.
Just have fun, party, and look at some cool houses.
Right.
So I took my real estate course in college, and then after graduation, I packed my bags and I went to the Hamptons. So I didn't last long. I was there for about a month. It was a very different atmosphere from what I wasn't used to. And the price of living was just insane. I couldn't afford a studio apartment by myself.
Yeah.
So I came home, and I definitely wanted to continue real estate. So I got hooked up with a family friend, and we've been partnering ever since and taken on the real estate world together.
Oh, nice. So what was like the biggest difference? I mean, obviously there's probably a billion differences between the Hamptons and where you're at, right? Out in Rochester, right?
Yep.
So like, what's like the biggest thing that sticks out to you?
The people.
Yeah.
I would waitress at night and people wouldn't look you in the eye. A lot of people would wear sunglasses inside. And I just couldn't connect with anybody. It was just kind of, I'm your waiter and that's it. So yeah, very different vibes.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you were down there for about a month, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then came back. And so you went from college right into real estate. Usually people kind of like try and find their, career path. So you went right into it, working, you said waitressing. Did you waitress in Rochester as well before you could start?
I did. All through college, I waitressed in Geneseo, and I didn't want to do that forever, but it was a good stepping stone to talk to people, meet people, make money.
Yep.
And then, I continued to do it a little bit when I was getting started in real estate, but shortly after I moved back here, I had a family friend call me with a job opportunity working from home. For a company based out of Indianapolis. So I would do that as my full-time job, and I would show houses on the weekends and nights until I went full-time during COVID in 2020.
Gotcha. And what like was that, when did it feel right for you to make that jump full-time to real estate? Because that's like that's a big jump, right? Like, because you don't get paid until the deal closes.
Right.
So,
and in my mind, I'm like, am I going to make it? Am I going to make enough money to support my family? Honestly, so half of our company got let go the first week of COVID. So March 14th, 16th. Yeah. So I was forced to be like, okay, I got to make this jump and I got to make it work. Yeah. So I don't think I would have gone full time that year. I feel like I just would have always made excuses to be like, oh, now's not the right time, until I was forced into it.
Right.
So any advice for anybody? Like, if you are feeling, oh, I don't think I'm going to make it, you just have to jump and do it, because, half-assing two things, it's just not going to work.
Yeah. You can't master one thing. You can't be a jack of all trades and master of none. Right.
Right.
So that's a wild time to get into real estate, right? So you kind of went full time, forced into it in the height of the pandemic. So you were on a team, right? Are you still on a team? So did you get a lot of leads did you rely on your sphere of influence, team leads? Like, how did that work?
So it was when I started, I had really relied on leads because in 2017, I'm building my sphere. People are going like, I'm not going to work with you. You haven't been in real estate that long. But by 2020, when I was full time, I was 50-50 leads and then 50-50 sphere. So,
oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And so, okay, so you're the team. And then did you pick up anything in terms of like the team social media, or did you kind of like say, all right, I need another way to get my name out there. I'm going to just jump into social media.
Yeah, I just jumped into it. I went to school for marketing and I was like, okay, I'm following all these realtors, around the United States. Look what they're doing. I'm going to try to mimic it in my market and try to get leads that way.
Yeah. So what are some like those accounts that you like to follow? There's some like big ones that you like to...
I like Erica Richmond. She's out of Tennessee. Heather Maddox. She's in Washington near Seattle. And Rebecca Donatelli, she is in Ohio, in Cleveland. She came to speak at one of our educational seminars in Rochester. And that's where I really was like, okay, I want to be her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's great on social media and she's killing it out there. So
what's some of the kind of content that you try and focus on? Is it educational, entertainment, both?
More entertainment.
Okay.
I found that educational at least with my people, it's over their head, or if they're not looking for a house, they're not going to want to learn about the housing market. Mm-hmm. But I do like to do polls on my stories, and those really, really work well. Especially people will think that they know the answer, and then when they don't, they're more engaged. So they want to keep playing the game until they get something right. Yeah. But for educational, that's what I found out that works the best.
So you use the educational for your stories, and then the entertainment piece for like the reels or anything.
Oh yeah.
Right. So you focus strictly Instagram, or do you do both Instagram, TikTok, Facebook? Like, which kind of platform do you try and stick to?
Instagram and Facebook. I don't have a TikTok.
Okay.
I tried and it wasn't for me. But Instagram's more my vibe.
Yeah. Same with me. I feel like I'm on TikTok just because like everyone says you need to be on TikTok.
Yeah.
And like, I don't, there's really no rhyme or reason. Like, you can do some stupid video and it gets, 2,000 views. And then you do another video and I'm like, wow, this is really funny. This is going to be really good. And it gets like 70.
Yeah.
So I
just don't know.
There's no, yeah. So that's interesting. So how did you get into, was that something that those stories that you do, was that something that you found from another agent, or was that just something that popped in your head? Like, how can I make educational stuff be more engaging? I
just, driving a lot of things go through my mind, and I'll have a good idea and I'll be like, oh, I'll do that for a poll. So yeah, I kind of created that on my own.
Gotcha. Okay. So do you do the same types of content on Facebook too?
Yes, I'll share everything that goes to my Instagram. I share to Facebook, just to try to hit as many people as possible in my demographics. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I've been struggling with is I have a personal account and I have a business account. But a lot of my people follow me on my personal account. So I do a lot of real estate with both. Mm-hmm. And I know I have to keep two separate just because, for search engine optimization, people looking me up online, they want to see that professional, presence on your platforms. So that's just one thing that I'm struggling with, is trying to do two contents on two platforms.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Do you see like one piece of content gets more engagement on like Instagram versus Facebook?
Food.
Pretty similar. Food
on Instagram. I'll make like beer, winery things, reels with food. It is such a hit. And I've gotten a few clients just from doing that.
Really?
Yeah, they'll DM me and say, hey, I have family in Rochester. I'm coming up to visit. What should we do when we're there? And then they lead into the conversation. yeah, my friend's moving to Rochester in a few months. They're looking to buy. Are you open to helping them? So it's really cool.
Yeah. So it's like you're like almost like a travel resource too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So I guess what types of engagement do you kind of look out for? Is it that kind of stuff? You know, the shares or people reaching out to you in your DM?
Oh yeah. Oh, DMs are huge. Likes. I love likes. Comments are okay. But the shares and the likes are what I like to see. And it keeps me motivated to keep doing things, because social media, it can be a nuisance if you're busy and have a lot on your plate. If you get discouraged, you may not want to post as much.
Yeah.
But that's what
do you try and stick to like a content calendar?
I try.
Yeah.
And we can add
I feel like we all try. It's like,
yeah,
life happens.
Last year I tried, and I would do like the automated content calendar. No engagement.
Really? Okay.
Really? Yeah. And I've talked to a few social media influencers in our market, and they've said the same thing. Where if they schedule it on Instagram, they don't get as much engagement as they would if they were doing it themselves.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
That's really weird. I wonder if like the algorithm is like making you like, you know, do it at, you know, when it's a relevant piece of content or what they deem relevant.
Right.
At that time, you know?
Right.
Interesting.
But
no, go ahead.
I'll try to do like a reel a week and then a post a week. But that's my goal, is to try to get 2 or 3 posts a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do any like scripting or anything like that, like for your videos, or?
No, I wing it.
Just wing it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do a lot of like, is there a lot of takes or anything like that?
Oh yeah, a ton. I'll do 10 to 15 takes. I'll write some script down of what I want to say. But I like to take ideas from other realtors who've already done something, and then I'll just kind of make it my own and critique it. Yeah.
One thing that helped me, because like I hate editing, and it like my older videos, I use this app called Teleprompter. I don't know if you ever used it. But
yeah. And it reads right on your phone.
Yeah. It looks like that. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, yep.
And then
I used them for one of my reels I did. Yes.
Yeah. That's a super, like, it's a nice tool to like be a little bit more efficient, because then you don't have to like, you know, I'll like get through a whole reel and then I'll mess up the last sentence. I'm like, damn it, like I have to do the whole thing over again.
Right.
Yep.
Especially if you're talking for a long time or doing like an informative one.
Yeah.
So many takes.
Exactly. It's brutal. So you mentioned some of the people that you know, kind of try and emulate. Do you share their content? Do you kind of repost it, or have you ever reached out to them to try and like collaborate with them?
Never collaborate. That's a good idea. I mean, the people that I follow and reshare, they are huge in their market for social media. So it's a little daunting to reach out to someone who has 30,000 followers and, you know, killing it in their market. But maybe 2023 will be the year that I do that. Reach out.
Yeah. Do you, so what are some of your goals for like 2023?
I definitely want to critique my social media, get more of a rhythm. Content calendars, great idea. And business wise, I'm on a team and we're partners. So we're going to be doing a lot of different branding and adding team members to our team. And yeah, just helping clients and.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So let's kind of stick with the goals though. So what's like your ultimate business goal?
Ultimate business goal, create my own team. I don't know. Hold on. Let me think about this. That's one of the things I didn't really think through.
We could like break it down to like, what about just like your 2023 goal? Like how many families you want to help?
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
Like big picture, like when I'm 50 years old, what do I want it? So
Yeah, like when you're 50 years old, it would be like, I want to have a massive team in like multiple states.
Right. And I don't want
I want to be like Ryan Serhant.
Yeah, I want to be like Rolls Royce and mansion.
Yeah.
But, my 2023 goal would be to help at least 50 families.
Okay.
And create a whole new branding website. And I've been working with she's a content creator for social media. So she's going to help me kind of find more of my brand, and take my social media game to the next level.
Oh, cool. So you're going to really hone in on your like brand aesthetic,
Yes.
what it looks like, everything like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you started that process?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
We're going to try to roll it out 2024.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay. So is it going to be more reels, carousels?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Reels, carousels, a very aerodynamic website. I want to create an atmosphere and hub for our agents and clients to help take care of any of their needs. So kind of be like a one-stop shop kind of thing and not just your realtor.
Yep.
So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So do you plan on, so that kind of brings me to like longer form stuff. Cause if you're trying to be more of a resource, right? Or do you have any plans to do like longer form stuff like on YouTube? Cause you mentioned like people reached out to you about like those restaurants and bars. So that kind of gets my head like kind of like going like.
I should.
Kind of like, like, you ever watch like Anthony Bourdain, like in those shows on like the Travel Channel?
Oh, yes. I'm obsessed. I'm a big foodie.
Same.
And so is my husband. So, I'm trying to incorporate more because I go out to dinner all the time, just to try new things. And, I've been in the food industry business for my entire life, basically. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, maybe I'll do like a YouTube thing of like local businesses and restaurants. Right. But I definitely want to do that with Instagram. So when I'm out and about showing houses, stop at a local business and kind of do like a business spotlight for them and do like a little video.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to kind of, because then you can kind of tap into like, their following, right?
Right.
Promote you promote them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you mentioned like that people have reached out to you because of what you've posted on your stories or what you've posted on just like your reels or whatever it may be on your feed. What would you have like a percentage of your business, or have you gotten a lot of business from Instagram directly?
Last year it was people. It's
hard to quantify.
Yeah, it's hard to break down because it's a lot of the people that follow me, I've known them in a past life, whether it be high school, college, but people I do not know just from Instagram, it was probably 10%, but reaching out through social media last year from people I know and people I don't know, was 50%.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 50% of your leads or business came from what you've been doing on Instagram.
Yes.
And then when you hone in on what you're doing with your branding for 2024, that number is probably going to skyrocket, I would have to assume, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping. And then, so 50% was, online, social media, reaching out. 25% was through text messages, people I've helped out. They could have easily DM'd me, but they texted me or called me. And then my other 25 was just leads. So I'm hoping to grow that social media number even more.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what was I going to go with this? That's like a huge number. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's really good. So a lot of this has been on like new clients, right? New business, that kind of stuff. Do you follow a lot of like your past clients and do anything for them, once the deal's closed, right? Like it's kind of like you don't want to like wash your hands of it. You want to make sure that they're like a champion for you and like for you business. So what are some things that you do to kind of like, make sure that you're top of mind?
Definitely. So I do send out an awesome, fun monthly mailer to all of my clients. It's just like what's happening this month in your town. breweries, wineries, coffee joints, just like local businesses for them to put on their calendar. And, if they want to try something new, they can.
Yep.
I do a lot of pop buys. So right now I'm doing chocolates for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So I'll go in, just hang chocolates on their door and chat with them. And we do parties.
Okay.
Yep. So last year was a very small party just with COVID and things. It was hard to do.
Yeah.
But this year it's going to be at Letchworth Park. It's going to be really fun. So
Where's it going to be at?
Letchworth Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I heard of that.
Yep.
That's awesome. Do you do like closing gifts too?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do closing gifts. I have a closing sign. I think my favorite part is taking a picture of my buyers in front of their new house. They're just so excited. And I know that picture is going to be shared on Facebook, and I'll always tell them to tag me in it. And it's a good feeling for helping out the buyers.
Yeah. So like managing all those past clients, do you utilize a CRM?
I used to use Excel, but I switched over to Buffini. I really liked their CRM platform.
Okay.
And I can kind of keep tabs on, anniversary dates, how many kids they have, just a lot of different things.
Different milestones.
Yeah, don't come to mind.
Okay. Does it send out like automated, like, emails and stuff like that? It does. Okay.
Yep. It can do your birthdays, house anniversary.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What would you, so let's jump back to like new clients, right? Like what would you say is like your current like biggest like challenge right now, other than like inventory?
I was going to say inventory. So it's really competitive in our market right now, despite what people read on the news and see on TV. Very, very competitive still. So getting those hard conversations of what to expect, especially for buyers.
Yeah.
It's a very challenging conversation.
Do you try and like, or do you have plans to like create content around that like challenge, like making sure, they stay level headed and not get too discouraged, by getting beat out by multiple offers?
Definitely. For the spring, I'm definitely planning on rolling something out. Just, it may take 20 offers. That's normal. Don't get your hopes up. Just to kind of keep everybody grounded.
Yeah.
And words of encouragement.
Yep. And then, hopping back to past clients, like what would you say like your biggest challenge with past clients is? Is it referrals? Is it like, for me, like one of my biggest challenges is just like finding the time to like pick up the phone and just like ask for business and just like say like, hey, checking in, like just want to make sure, congrats, been 1 year, hopefully I can count on you to send me more business. That's always a challenge for me because it's like a weird conversation.
Yes, definitely.
I don't know if you do anything like that.
I don't pick up the phone, but I do things where I say it without saying it.
Mm-hmm.
So in their house anniversary cards, I put in, if you know anybody looking to buy or sell, it would really mean a lot to me, coming from you, that you recommend my name or, share their information. But I'm not a big caller just because I'll get phone calls all day, every day from spam. Mm-hmm. So calling my clients and spamming them saying, hey, do you have anybody looking to buy or sell? I know I would be turned off if someone did that to me. So I try to, like my chocolates, it's a referral thing just to keep top of mind, know anybody looking to buy or sell. It's just like an easy way to get in front of them.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to like go about it. Like I know there's a loan officer I used to work with who would, pick up the phone every Wednesday and call past clients and basically ask for business. And I'm like, man, I'm just not that kind of person. I can't do that. Like I'm more of I'll communicate however they want to communicate, but 99% of my clients just want to text.
Right. And it's effective if he calls and talks to everybody every Wednesday. I'm sure it works.
It works for sure.
But
It's just, it's got to fit it's got to be authentic, right? Just like on social media, you got to be authentic.
Right. It's got to fit like my brand of how I want to do business.
Right. Exactly. So we're kind of coming up here on the end here. So these are the 3 questions I ask everybody, right? So first one, what's one book or podcast you think everybody looking to grow their business in real estate should either read or listen to?
So my favorite book, it's 30 pages.
Love that. I love that.
Me too. I used to love to read. I just don't have the time anymore. So I'm more of like a podcast audiobook girl. But this
book saved my life.
Yeah, right. But this book changed my life. It's called Perk Your Sphere. And it's just about how to take care of the people who want to use you and look at you as that realtor expert. Just it's a referral base of how to keep that engagement, and how you should praise the people who share your name to everybody that they know.
It's called Perk Your Sphere?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, okay.
Yeah, it's by Liz Johnson.
Liz Johnson. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah.
That's a new one. All right, the next one. What should everybody who is in real estate either stop doing or start doing?
Social media. It's everywhere. And I don't know why people don't do it, just because it's a great way to get in front of your audience.
Mm-hmm. Was there... I didn't ask you this. Was there a hesitancy for you to get in front of the camera?
Oh, yeah. I hated it. So when everybody was doing the TikTok videos and the dancing, I'm like, no, like that's not me.
Pointing.
Right?
Yeah.
But in 2022, I'm like, you know what? Instagram changed its algorithm. Everybody's doing the videos now. I'm going to have to paint my office and get some cute things on there to take some awesome videos and get in front of people. So to overcome that, I just started talking in my phone and like venting or do stories about what's happened to me recently. And it's natural now.
Right. The more you do it, the better you get at it.
Right.
Like, like the first videos I did are like super cringy. Like, I should probably just delete them off my Instagram. I don't even know why they're up there, but like my face is like right into the camera. It's like huge. It sounds terrible, but like I kept them up there. It is what it is. But my thing was like, I can't stand my voice. Like I hate to my
thing.
Right?
I hate it. I hate it. My accent. I'm like all nasally.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, well, like this is how I sound, like telling people. I'm like,
right, I can't change it.
Can't change it. So, I just kind of, same thing. I just kind of got over it and just did it. The more and more I do it, you get more and more comfortable,
Right. It's like second nature at that point.
Exactly. So that's a great one, because I think there's a lot of hesitancy with people getting on, video and social media just because they're nervous.
Oh, yeah.
But
I empathize with them.
Yeah, for sure. All right, last one. Where can everybody find you online?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, not TikTok, at Kelly Roche Realtor. And it's like Rochester without the stir. So R-O-H-E. Yep.
Perfect. Well, awesome. This was great. I appreciate all the information. Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. Have a good one.
Thanks. You too.
Bye.